Finding your purpose is one of those big, daunting concepts that we're all supposed to chase. It's the thing that will supposedly give our lives meaning, direction, and a sense of fulfillment. But here's the truth. Finding your purpose isn't as simple or straightforward as the world makes it seem. It's not a single lightning bolt moment of clarity that suddenly makes everything fall into place. It's messy, it's complicated, and sometimes it's downright frustrating. We're often fed this idea that purpose is something we're supposed to just know, like it's written in the stars, waiting for us to discover it. But the reality is, for most of us, purpose doesn't come neatly packaged with a bow. It's not a clear path laid out in front of us. It's something we have to search for, stumble upon, and sometimes even create for ourselves. And that search can be full of dead ends, wrong turns, and moments where you wonder if you're ever going to find it at all. The truth about finding purpose is that it's less about the destination and more about the journey. It's not a final answer or a single defining moment. It's a process of exploration, of trying things out, of seeing what sticks and what doesn't. It's about paying attention to the things that light you up inside, the things that make you lose track of time, the things that make you feel alive. But it's also about being honest with yourself, about the things that don't work, the paths that don't feel right, and the dreams that maybe aren't really yours to begin with. Purpose is not static. It evolves. The person you are today isn't the person you were 10 years ago, and your purpose can change too. It's okay if what drives you now isn't the same thing that drove you before. What's important is that you stay open to that evolution, that you don't cling to an old idea of purpose just because it's what you thought you wanted. Sometimes, finding your purpose means letting go of the expectations you had for yourself and embracing something completely different. Another hard truth about finding purpose is that it's not always glamorous. We like to think of purpose as this grand, world-changing mission, but sometimes it's found in the simplest, most ordinary things. It's in being a good parent, a supportive friend, or a kind neighbor. It's in doing work that might not be flashy but makes a difference in someone's life. It's in the quiet moments, the small victories, the day-to-day acts of love and kindness that add up to a life well lived. And then, there's the reality that purpose often comes with a price. When you find something you're truly passionate about, it's not always easy. It's going to challenge you, push you, and at times, break you down. Following your purpose can mean making sacrifices, taking risks, and stepping into the unknown. It can mean facing failure, rejection, and moments of doubt. But the thing is, those struggles are part of what gives purpose its power. It's in overcoming the obstacles, in persevering through the hard times, that you find meaning and fulfillment. Purpose isn't about perfection, and it's not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to ask the questions, to explore the unknown, and to embrace the uncertainty. It's about being okay with the fact that you might not have it all figured out right now, and that's perfectly fine. The search for purpose is ongoing. It's a lifelong journey, not a one-time event. The truth about finding purpose is that it requires courage, the courage to look inward, to face your fears, and to be true to yourself. It requires vulnerability, the willingness to admit when you're lost or unsure, and the strength to keep going even when the path is unclear. It requires letting go of the need for approval, the fear of judgment, and the pressure to live up to others' expectations. Finding your purpose isn't about finding something that the world thinks is important. It's about finding what's important to you. It's about discovering what makes you feel alive, what gives your life meaning, and what drives you to get up in the morning. And that's something that no one else can define for you. It's something you have to find within yourself. So, if you're feeling lost or uncertain, if you're struggling to figure out what your purpose is, know that you're not alone. Know that it's okay to not have it all figured out. In the end, purpose isn't something you find. It's something you live. It's in the way you show up every day, in the way you treat others, and in the way you pursue what matters to you. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being true to yourself, embracing the journey, and finding meaning in the process. That's the real truth about finding purpose, and it's one that's worth living every single day.